Change the name of the stream. It's okay, I can change it later. Hello and welcome to an indeterminate number of Dreamers of Kiriak that is greater than 50 and less than 60.
Stop.
I forgot to change the name. So if you are...
What?
If you're...
Stop. How did you nat one on a D100?
It's almost like there was like a 1 out of 100 chance.
I saw that in a session recently. Like one of my most recent sessions was a natural one.
Perfect.
This is going to be a great die.
This is, well, the session start was a natural one, so
Yeah.
it's all uphill from here.
So was carrying dishes, apparently.
Yeah, that's what I get for using crit fumble tables. You try to carry dishes. Oops! Deal 1d6 slashing damage to yourself. Suffer the bleed condition.
Man, real world is bullshit. Everything that's like piercing and slashing gives bleed. Like, how do you counter
My
that?
character's been walking without issue for decades. How does he just fall down the stairs?
Even some blunt things get bleed. You just can't detect those easily.
Yeah.
It tripped over a cat. Yeah.
It tripped over cat. Well, yeah, cats
Cat
apparently
won't
can
attack.
kill peasants, so that's not surprising. It's, sorry for fruit flies. I keep trying to genocide them, but it just doesn't work. When we last left our party, I seem to remember Solir smashing unconscious into the ground.
I turned over here and you basically got the bottle upside down. Like, don't start D&D.
You know which campaign we're playing, right?
Last time on D&D.
Yes, the party had gone to the front line, which was less of a front line than they were expecting. There's like a lot of corpses lying around. There's basically no sign of your nation's army. There was a camp of the enemy army, and there were a bunch of corpses, and there was a big old nasty looking cloud in the sky with lots of spooky red lightning snapping around. A guy ran to you guys with a little white flag, and he just kind of got smitten by the heavens before he could make it to you. So that was neat.
Poor guy.
Better than being smitten by us.
Most
That's really fair.
no, Ashit being the one smitten would, I think, be the worst
Yeah.
outcome
He was kind of hot, I think.
for like
You said
a
he was
fraction of a
short.
second. Then his body turned to carbon. Then he was moderately
While
cool.
he was still far away, the perspective made him look more gnome-like.
It's alright, should still hit it.
I mean, you could have resurrected him if you'd like reacted fast enough.
Carbon zombie.
She's like a pile of
A
ashes.
carbon
Can I-
copy.
No.
It was George who said it. I was just appreciating.
I said carbon zombie.
Oh, never mind.
Other than the carbon copy, which is much better.
I'm like, that's way too clever for you.
Most of the party, I think, went to the camp itself. Solir ascended into the heavens. I can't remember if anybody ascended with him.
I
The
did.
horse, the Pegasus.
No, I didn't go all the way.
Yes, you guys
I
met a
floated
Pegasus.
With
You
an arm.
met, quote unquote, met a Pegasus.
Stole.
Yes, you abducted a Pegasus who joined you with surprisingly little resentment. You did give him a gun, so
He seemed into
it's,
us after
he
that.
seemed pretty into it.
For which it grew one extremely buff arm.
Yes.
He was like, oh, that's what that's for.
Yeah. A part of myself that has been incomplete for my entire existence has now been fulfilled.
We know exactly what he was using that for.
Well, yeah, he gave it to Solaire.
He didn't seem to have the arm beforehand, so I don't think he was using it for much of anything.
Steph was implying the horse jacks off.
I understood the implication, but it just seems inefficient when you're
Thanks for spelling that out.
when you're a
Wilbur.
Pegasus.
Well,
and
George didn't seem to get it, and no one else reacted
Well,
to
no,
it.
George was talking about the gun, not the arm.
I was worried.
Don't worry, we all know what Ashit means every time Ashit speaks.
so the Solir and the Pegasus ascended into the heavens, and they found a glowing red helmet that seemed to be the locus of the storm. There was a lot of lightning. Salir eventually shifted to some kind of magical attack, I think.
The gun.
The gun, yes. That obliterated the helmet. The helmet, which I think was invisible to the Pegasus. That was what
That was why I
said.
took the gun from it, because it
Because he
couldn't
saw it
Yes.
with his eye worm.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, Salir has an eye worm that allows him to see things truly. Does anybody else have the same eye worm? I don't believe
I
they
do.
did.
Yeah.
You do?
Well, you
Okay.
did take it out. I forgot.
How much did we derail you by allowing
You say that like I had something planned for you guys to do.
He doesn't have
How
rails.
much do you derail himself by making a contract with Solaire?
Listen, most D&D campaigns end with parasites and a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Pegasus got obliterated by lightning.
Did it?
Salir, yes, it did. It got murdered. They both took a lot of lightning, but Salir like dodged,
while on the Pegasus that was.
and the Pegasus didn't. As well,
Solaire just jumped.
he just kind of broke contact with the horse at the moment the lightning struck.
He's got rubber pants.
Oddly, you can't dodge the earth when you're falling. It doesn't work quite so well.
I don't know if we established whether the Pegasus had a unicorn horn, but that may have been attracting the lightning the whole time.
No, Brony Ferdinand said that it doesn't.
We did
have
actually do
whatever-
research on that, didn't
Yes.
The research was Ferdinand's interjection.
we? The research was, is an alicorn actually a thing? Or did My Little Pony just make that up because...
I don't think anybody researched that.
Yes.
It may have been
No,
your own
there was a
internal-
delay of game while we
Yes.
researched alicorns.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not fair.
And then Salir thudded to the earth while the rest of the party
I had no idea.
went into the camp and like talked with a guard. He's like, yeah, Captain Pellman is currently our boss because our actual boss got murdered by lightning, I think it was.
And by the magic of 5th edition, Salir, despite falling dozens and dozens of feet on
Yes.
his neck, only had a brief nap. because
Just
of
had a
his
brief
fall.
nap, yes.
Yeah,
He
he'll be okay.
he got back up right after. Like, you guys are demigods at this point, so if anybody could do it, it would be you
I
guys.
think I was still napping.
Yeah, I think you're unconscious for
Yeah,
Yes.
I made the death saves and
For a D4 hour.
napped.
Yes.
Did we roll the d4?
No.
This cat is purring
No.
so loud
I
at your
can.
feet.
I can.
Yeah, he
I
did
have the solution to that.
Well, here we go.
Do it.
3. There we go.
The briefest of naps.
Nice. I'll
Nice.
put that in the used pile. All these left.
Would you like the lightning mace to slap the fly with if it comes near?
I stole 2 of those for Walmart.
Yeah.
I left them in the break room, and one of them went missing, and I don't know if I should be upset about
that's
that.
kind of worrying.
Only one?
Yeah, but I stole it from Walmart. Someone else stole it, so...
Why did you steal it from Walmart?
Because they refused to do anything about the flies.
Yeah, well,
It's
at
an
one point in the
appropriation
break
of
room, it
materials.
got really bad.
Yeah, wasn't that because somebody left food up on top of that tall cabinet?
It was because of a lot of things. It's also why they threw away the couches.
That
was
that
because you
sounds
had
just
slept on
lovely.
them too many times.
Always the least problematic thing to happen to those couches.
The problem was that multiple people were sleeping on them one too many
I
times.
would never lay down on that thing. That was gross.
And while you were fired.
Shut up.
And then they threw away the chairs as well, even though the couch was the issue.
So the cool thing about like AI now is I can just say, please give me a character description, and it works. Completely unrelated to what's happening right now, just
Right, of
as
course.
as an aside.
Yes, and you can generate, character portraits and every other thing.
I just don't describe characters. Players don't tend to care or ask their names or...
Well, no, because we're already rolling dice to go kill the thing you're trying to describe, so...
You see a man.
Yep.
I shoot him.
You see
He's
a man 500 yards
Can I get
away.
attack before initiative?
Yeah.
I'm glad you shot that one guy that was so far away we couldn't have gotten a description of him. Oh, look, there's a figure over on that hill.
Isn't that how he lost us an important NPC?
Which
I have-
time?
Listen,
That's the one that became our ghost
Yeah, very
A very racist stereotype of a ghost.
Yes.
That you wanted to cuck for some reason.
Gosh, I don't remember that at
His
all.
wife, he didn't need his wife anymore.
In Dan's campaign.
Yeah. You remember
Take shot that guy at like
the ghost
500
that,
yards.
that haunted his gun?
Oh, I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was not okay.
Every now and then he
Wow.
would come out and say, "Oh, please send a message to my wife, by the way." And I'm like, "Yeah, let's go find his wife. She
Yeah.
sounds hot."
You never described
Oh,
it.
I remember. I
never
remember
did
now.
go see her. We need to pick up that campaign.
Gosh, we were getting pretty close.
Oh no, we had wandered off someplace complete. Took
Yeah,
us
we
in
were
a
riding
completely
dinosaurs.
different direction.
He said I had a map to El Dorado. It was his fault. He was like, yeah, but
Well,
you want
yes.
to like go figure out the vet? No, I want to go to El Dorado.
So the captain agrees to see you.
Yes. I don't think we'd actually spoken with.
You had not spoken with the captain yet.
Yeah. Okay.
So the captain's in his tent. The
Not
There's
wondering
a-
what that huge noise just was.
I mean, everybody's kind of like looking up,
That noise was
looking out at the little
biggest
like trickle of
storm.
smoke that's rising from where Solir fell. It's kind of just common now. Like there wasn't much of a reaction when the errand boy they sent out with the flag just got murked. Like that's you do anything around these parts with the giant thundercloud of death magic up ahead. That's just kind of what's gonna happen.
They should have gone home. I don't know what the fuck.
So the people that you pass seem mildly worried by the fact that you're clearly like natives of this nation. You're just kind of sauntering through the camp and nobody seems to care. But nobody's bothering to stop you.
Are we clearly natives of anything? We stopped on their shores. We're coming from behind the war.
Based on the look of your armor, they would definitely know that you're a knight of this nation. Himrin probably not so much, unless he talks, and they'll know by his accent.
So that's fair.
Ashit's a fly or something at the moment.
Squirrel.
So, squirrel, so yeah, they don't care.
Also
Solir
a bog witch. I don't think that's...
Yeah, that's not gonna... That's probably not gonna carry anything that they would recognize.
Every bog witch is the same, no matter
In
what corner of the
Solir,
world.
it's kind of difficult to tell with Solir at the moment. So, like, yeah, two of you, they'll probably figure. So there's two guards at the big old tent. You're being led around by a guard, I believe, who is like, yeah, they're gonna come see Captain Pellman. So she tells these guards to stand aside, saying that the kid who went out to run you guys is dead. So she's taken over the diplomatic role. And they stand aside, and you go into the tent. It's pretty smoky in here. There's a bunch of like legitimate oil lamps that they set up, and there's just like a lot of oil smoke. Flies, you have the entire rest of the house. There is no reason for you to be
There's
here.
no fruit in here.
You've retreated.
They are probably attracted
You
to the
have
beer.
the orange in here from your California orange peel.
That was pretty tasty.
And so there's a lot of ramshackle sort of furniture set up. There's a big old table. There's a dude standing at this table looking over a little like miniature map of what looks like the clearing in the surrounding area with a little like landmark set up. This guy is a tall and rugged human man. This is totally not AI generated content at all.
I can tell you've seen this before because you wrote it.
He kind of looks down his nose at the table in front of him with a sort of smug and commanding air. He has gray streaked hair and a long black satin coat over a set of armor that is considerably sleeker than Nain's, much less decorative. And he has a big ol' broadsword on his hip, which
Kill him.
looks very decorative. What's that?
I kill him.
Yeah, where were you this entire time? You were with them?
Yeah.
Are you attacking him?
No.
Okay.
Not with that roll.
Got him.
I test his reflexes with my sword.
he looks at all of you. He says, welcome.
Howdy.
There was quite a lot of thunder out there. You weren't shooting lightning up the clouds, were you?
Who, us? No, we're not a bunch of wizards, unfortunately.
I don't know who'd be stupid enough to try shooting a lightning cloud with a lightning, but that
You'd
would
be surprised.
never work. It just sounds needlessly dangerous.
Well, you've approached a parley. What are your terms? I assume that you come representing...
No.
Alright. He just waits for you to continue talking. He's just gonna stare at you.
We're looking for the soldier guy.
Mm-hmm.
The saint.
Yes, I am aware.
Yeah, where is he?
I don't know. Not here, and for that I am quite grateful.
It's a problem because another saint kind of went insane and leveled a whole bunch of towns.
Yes.
We think the other ones might too.
What sort of dealings have you had with...
We killed the other one.
He's gonna stare at you for a few moments. He's gonna glance back and forth between you all.
There's only 2 of them. I'm
So
sorry.
technically the one who did most of the killing is here with us at the moment, but they'll be along shortly, I'm sure.
I did a lot of that killing.
I mean, we're not so much fools that we would, send in our most valuable soldier into the enemy territory. We gotta keep some in reserves, of course.
I don't
And
know why he won't stop lying.
there's
there's
like
any of you.
there's like a half dozen other people in the tent, and all of them are just standing back and letting this one guy talk.
Our most valuable tool just rode a Pegasus into a storm cloud to kill it.
And it worked. So,
Are we just
Well-
playing now?
yes, everybody play patty cake for initiative.
How do you win patty?
You play it really, really hard until only one person
Full
remains.
contact.
You wait for your opportunity to punch the other guy in the mouth.
He says, well, I wasn't expecting this. Perhaps I should have. Would you all be my guests for the foreseeable future?
That depends on the answer to one question. Hal.
Yes.
How do you feel about ants?
I swear to God. He's also just on about ants. There's literally no reason why.
What is the right answer?
I don't care. Listen,
I feel like that's not the answer.
if it might be the answer.
I don't think that I care much about ants one way or another.
See.
They're ants.
So you're one of the ants then, good to know.
They do bite.
Yeah, some of them do.
They do that quite a lot in your country. They don't seem to do that much in ours.
Well, good luck escaping the maze, and since you're just an ant, I trust you, that's fine. There's not any issue with that.
See, I have no idea what's up with him.
He's clearly very wise.
Okay, well,
I
don't think I've ever been
would
called
suggest
that
that you write down his every word so that scholars many years from now can study the words.
Oh yes, I can include those in my cookbook before the recipes. Each one of those little sections there.
no one wants to read about your family history before they get to the recipe. That's the worst
It's
part about
tradition.
every
I
single
would,
recipe.
I would quite enjoy the opportunity to pour over the details of,
Thank you.
of
Thank
your
you.
life.
Jesus.
So does that mean you will accept my invitation?
Yes, I think so. I mean,
Every
I
time
guess it's
someone
only us and the
It's
squirrel, so.
Yes.
I
And clearly you're a druid, so.
Yes.
every time someone gives us that invitation, they try to turn all their men into a spaghetti-o or something. I'm just gonna.
Or emus. Or spaghetti emus.
I mean, if you don't know where the soldier is, we'll just leave. I don't know why we'd stay here.
No, please stay. I was led to believe there were others. There was supposed to be a witch was the only one remaining, I believe, of the original bloodline. But my intel is a bit old. I assume that you're all involved in this somehow, but if you are truly the ones who killed the first god of Kiriak, then nobody else could have done it. I have quite a lot of information I'd like to share with you that may be illuminating as to how the world is hopefully not going to end. Would you have dinner with me and hear me out?
You may need to duct tape your head together.
Well, I don't intend on doing anything that will...
They explode sometimes when people try to tell us everything.
Oh, yes. Yes, I believe that god is sealed away.
Yeah, he's in the skull I have in my backpack.
Yes. Oh, so you have that. So I suppose that's the
It
last...
Shut up.
No, it's with our other more useful soldier.
I pull it out.
Yes.
So it's here, and I keep trying to break it, and it won't break, and I hate it.
Yes, I unfortunately have no idea how to break it. I don't know that it can. That was quite a disappointment, actually. I never thought I'd see it myself.
As you can see by the fact that we brought it with us, we are very confident in this situation, so you really shouldn't.
Yes, from everything that I know, you should be.
I don't know why you said that like you were lying again. I can kill every single person here without trying.
Yes, I would appreciate if you didn't. None of us wish you any harm, certainly.
I mean, you couldn't bring it to us. Neither could the last 100 or so people that tried.
Yes,
They turned into
aware.
a spaghettio.
I don't know what that is, but it sounds horrific.
And he's not even our saint killer.
Oh, really? So where is your saint killer?
I hid it a lot.
Edward can only remember 9, like, face down the monkey, like, collapsed to the floor.
With a turtle chained to it? Yeah. I even chained to him, just biting his arm. With a really long neck. I do feel like there are people missing. I'm not sure how...
Yeah, I mean, there was
This
the one
wasn't
guy.
foreseen at all.
The one guy rode into the sky on a horse to fight the cloud.
Well, he seems to have sacrificed himself bravely to destroy it, so
God, I hope so.
I should have expected nothing less.
Yeah, he'd be back by now. We better go on without him.
I think we have some wood pigeons we've managed to hunt. We sort of stopped foraging as much because our people kept dying. The lightning just sort of hit them in the middle of the woods, so it's quite alarming. But we have some wood pigeons. Would you like some wood pigeons?
No.
And carrots. I think we have those too.
So you're not getting struck by the lightning in the tent.
No.
Why didn't you just pick up the tent and leave?
Well, it's not the tent. We made a magical circle around the camp. But at this point, yes, I think we do intend to leave. Now that the storm is lifted. I would appreciate if you would stop touching the sword, though, and sit. We have a lovely little chair here. Will you sit in the chair and eat some wood pigeon?
Listen, the last time someone generously tried to sit me in a chair, they struck me with 3 consecutive fireballs.
I will not strike you with 3 consecutive fireballs.
Good, because it didn't work.
Yeah, I can see that, yes. I wouldn't try. That seems like a terrible waste of time.
I hop into the chair.
Oh, lovely. Your companion is showing you the see, if a whimsical beast of the forest
I'm gonna
trusts
grab her
me-
by the neck and just yeet her across the room.
Oh,
Can I dodge?
you cannot dodge the wall. He will make an
dodge his grab.
he will make an attack roll against you.
But you should be able to just
Athletics.
grab the wall when you get there and hang out.
It's a grapple.
As he's got me in his fist, can I just reach my
It's the same
claws
plus.
up and
You can make
23.
You can make a strength check to try to hold on.
okay.
Otherwise, you are gonna get yoked upon the wall of the tent.
What's a
Staff.
squirrel? What?
You have over a dozen dice sitting in front of your dice tray, and you just rolled a die on your phone.
I don't have a 20 out. Wait, no, there's one. It's holding the map down.
Literally the biggest one.
But this does the math for me.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, I thought
What's
that one
a-
of the farms was a 20, but I see like a 22 and stuff on there. What is that?
This is a 28. That's a 23.
28?
Why?
Now we
the
can play
actual-
Dungeon Crawl
I have
classes.
prime number dice.
Well, no,
That is awesome.
That's got 29, I said.
Oh,
That's a
it's a
30
30.
sided. Yeah.
My bad.
Nice.
What's a squirrel's strength?
You tell me you're the squirrel. Probably minus 3.
I would
I'm gonna go with -3. We'll figure it out later.
Then I got a 9.
You die. You turn back into Asha.
Perish.
Do I take any Ashit damage?
No.
No for simplicity, but otherwise
Throwing me
9.
against a wall did 1 damage.
We're in a tent.
Oh, okay.
It was the 10 kind of like slingshot you into the ground.
Oh,
So you landed at 9's feet.
so sad. Why would
And-
you do that?
Oh. Oh, see, that makes sense. Yes, yes.
I just kind of wait, sit down
Hello.
in the chair.
You must be the. You must be the inheritor.
The child murdering bog witch that keeps getting everyone so stoned they die.
Yes.
I was promised pigeon.
You may have pigeon, yes. I also have several pigeon skulls. Would you like those?
Yes.
Bring the pigeon skulls.
How many will fit in my skull?
Far more than they're gonna give you.
Oh,
Hey,
They give you 3 pigeon skulls.
awesome.
Your skull is large. Where is your skull at the moment? Because you don't have a bag of anything that you're carrying. It
No.
in.
Just carry it with me.
You can't just as a squirrel drag a giant skull
you
behind you.
can. Because everything that's worn or carried.
Yeah, I just pick it up and turn it into a squirrel.
So when she turns back from
Oh,
the
yeah.
squirrel, it just goes next to her.
It might have hit
Can
somebody
you? What's
else.
your strength as Asha? Can you carry it as Asha?
We had to have determined by now I can carry it. I've been with it. I've had it for like a year.
I think it had wheels or something.
It did have wheels.
Oh yeah, I put like a handle of
Okay.
wheels on it. I carry it's like a rolling suitcase.
We're gonna go with it. You can carry the giant skull turned into things.
Now is not a good time to say
no,
that I
no,
can't
it's
carry my.
it's not. Cat, what are you doing?
I think they're suffering with toothpaste.
Are you trying to tell me that we determined how many eggs will fit inside the skull, but not whether you could carry it?
Oh,
We
I
determined that
gave
it
him
was-
chicken. He's probably.
I need to add it to my inventory.
Hi, kitty.
Don't run away from my love.
Well,
So Ashit sitting is eating pigeon. Nine, what are you doing? Are you just lying on the floor? Pimrin, what are you doing?
I'm sitting
I
on
suppose I
horse
was
in
going
the
for food.
Okay.
I am ready to critique their cooking, of course.
Nice.
Let me see.
The roast pigeon is really not great. It seems like they had a campfire, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah, it is
Like
okay.
salt and nutmeg probably is the only thing that they had to cook it with, and
it's the
carrots.
fish of the sky.
It is the fish of the sky. Are rats the fish of the land?
Birds are just the elephants of the sky.
They are. They are, and don't anybody ever forget that.
Everything that's been said in the last 20 seconds has been fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Welcome to D&D.
Can you roll me perception as you taste the food?
I can
Me too.
indeed.
Or just him.
You can if you want, but like.
You can if you want. But
All right.
you're not gonna perceive
Well,
anything.
Your taste buds are shot from all the drugs.
I
you
have
think
+7 perception. I can
these
perceive a lot of
pigeons
things.
are
Mostly the ones.
rather well fed. They must have feasted upon the nuts and berries of the forest. But the cooking itself, no matter the materials they use to cook it, it leaves quite a lot to be desired.
I got 16.
It tastes pretty good.
These pigeons
Love
must be
pigeon.
awfully swift to avoid the snakes in the forest. That was
Yes,
like that.
you were warned quite heavily about the snakes. So the captain, he also sits. He's not eating anything, but he does have a giant mug of ale that he will also offer to. Not the same mug, but mugs of ale he offers to you guys. He says, "Well, it really should have been the general who explained all of this, but she died. She got hit by lightning several times. And so she died, and so I'm in command. But
Several times, you say.
yes, in rapid succession.
Oh, that's quite unfortunate. Yeah.
Yes. She was fine after the first one.
This is a 24.
Then she raised her sword in triumph, and then the second...
I see. Yeah. That is a unfortunately common mistake upon survivor.
Frankly, I don't know if that mattered much, but the lightning bolts do seem to just sort of hit whoever they please. But you know, it did in hindsight not seem like the brightest thing to do.
I do have this comically large fishing pole in my back, but I haven't gotten struck yet, so I think all this talk about tall things landing is just superstition, if you ask me.
Shh, yes. Cat, stop that! What are you doing? What did you just put in your mouth? Sorry.
Cat consumes all.
What is your fishing pole made out of, sir?
Fishing pole material. Probably wood. Oh, it has to be wood, because I used shillelagh on it. So it's just a long wooden fishing pole.
Perhaps it's bamboo.
Ah, perhaps.
I survived the lightning.
No lightning shall conquer me!
Cat, can you not eat things you're not supposed to, please?
They're hungry.
Shouldn't be.
Perpetually.
But holding the sword up can't be any worse than, Slayer going to do battle with a cloud with no way of getting back down. Something happened to the thing he was riding.
Listen, all I'm saying is it should have been the first reaction they had.
No, I love it. It's good.
You see, your nation has tyrannically, ruined the lives of everybody across the world for hundreds of years. Due to the uncanny power of your gods.
I don't follow politics.
Yes, indeed. And so we've been, developing a strategy to, sort of destroy them for quite a while, which is quite difficult when you don't have gods yourselves who are active enough in the world to sort of smite the enemy's gods.
I look at it with like pigeon grease dripping down. I'm kind of a god now.
Yes, exactly. That is
I mean, did
that
you
is the
try
outcome of our great plan.
just hitting them? Because hitting them seems to work.
It didn't seem to work 300 years ago, so we've been working on a weapon for that time.
For like less than 30 seconds of stabbing.
Yes, well, yes. It is quite interesting that you're the one to describe it, because I don't think you had anything to do with our plans.
Probably not.
So it's quite embarrassing on a cosmic sort of scale. But I like to think that the grand picture of what we are putting together is what has allowed all of this to come together.
Can that be the tagline for this whole campaign? It's kind of embarrassing on a cosmic sort of scale.
I just love the implication that you have some grand destiny and Nine's just competent enough to also kill gods.
He just walked up with a sword and hit them a lot.
Turns out it works. You just gotta apply yourself.
So we discovered a method to travel to other worlds. Or rather, we didn't so much discover the method as we were reached out to by a certain gentleman from another world.
We did that.
Yeah, we've been to different worlds.
Yes, I'm aware.
We just jumped there.
Was he blue?
No, he went by the title of the Witch Prince. I don't know his real name, but he reached out to us.
You're not supposed to cavort with that one, Dragon said, so.
Wait, he was the one we were trying to go see.
Yeah.
God damn it.
So where's
We were-
I can't ask.
We were that close. This asshole got in the way.
He's hell knows or something. It's
I'm
not.
still down.
I'm afraid I know very little of that sort of sphere that
No, we
it was other people decades ago who.
we were on the planet he's at. Everybody on the planet said that he's an evil piece of shit that shouldn't be trusted.
We were on our way, and he's like, nope.
Yeah, I'm afraid I couldn't tell you anything about that.
Listen, all the information you got that would be from them is probably not going to be good.
Can we abduct him?
Who?
The Witch Prince.
They might be too big. Speaking of the Witch Prince, did he give you guys guns? Is that what you got? Is that what you're
It did give us technology which we have used in a variety of ways, including to make our fire throwers.
Is he like person size?
I don't know, I never saw him. He reached out to us across the vastness of the cosmos.
Well, it's more about big
To give us-
magically that he.
Yes!
This is voice change.
You familiar with the?
Sorry. Yes.
Going through puberty.
I can't remember what voice
This is real habit.
I didn't miss it. I thought that was good. Are you familiar with the individual known as the Witch Prince?
Yes, but I'm contractually obligated to say little or nothing about him.
So you can't really abduct him then.
I cannot, no.
Okay.
That is one
That's
of the
kinda what I
details of our
figured, but,
contract.
You know, long shots and figured my
Yes, I am allowed to reveal that he is my boss, however.
Oh, I see. I knew the blue guy was involved somehow.
Is he evil as shit?
Yes, that is... No, he's not evil as shit. I mean, the Witch Prince, quite likely. I mean, it's called the Witch Prince. That sounds pretty malevolent, if you ask me.
Yeah.
He also approached us with a plan to kill gods, which, I mean, I'm for it, because they belong to you, but it does seem pretty sketchy, doesn't it? I certainly think so.
That's evil, then call us evil, I guess.
Yeah, I'd say you're, based
You know
on
what?
everything that
That
you've left in your wake, I'd say you're
I
probably
don't
pretty
think I
evil.
can dispute it very easily, to be honest.
So, this creature, who never thought I'd see him in my lifetime either, but he's just been referred to as the Gopher, as far as I'm aware. Has some grand destiny himself that I know essentially nothing about, but I believe his role was to make contact with the secret weapons in the chosen location. There was some decades ago, there was an experiment of ours bore fruit, and we tore open a rift between the dreaming and the material world.
Well, we do that all the time with keys.
Yes, that was his role, was to accommodate the awakening of the lighthouse that we were quite hoping would lead to more gods waking up. And it seems like I certainly don't know the details of that, but it
there's a
seems like
bunch
it's
of
worked.
Big freaking crab things just doing weird crap to people over at the lighthouse.
See, that
now.
surprises me. I have no idea what that's about. But, decades ago, some wizards of ours, or another, I don't know, some magical people, they opened this rift. They created the phenomenon which has come to be known as the Dreaming Rain, which, caused the horrific deaths of however many people, blah, blah, blah. And we were able to divine the presence of certain children who were exposed to it but did not die. We had anticipated there would be a very small chance of that happening, but expose enough people to it and that very small chance will come to fruition. I don't know why, I don't know how, but we were able to divine the geographical location of some individuals who had a connection to the dreaming from a young age.
The chosen ones, you might call them.
I suppose you could call them chosen by random mathematical chance, perhaps. Or the gods, who knows, whatever. And we paid a lot of money to an individual who would look after them and keep them from dying young, as children are known to do. And it recently, after many long decades of absolutely nothing happening, the lighthouse that the Witch Prince asked us to opened. And I'm afraid all of the details of that I'm not privy to. I'm a captain. I'm not a wizard.
You could be both. I mean, the Witch Prince is a witch and a prince.
That's
Which
fair.
is female.
Not this one, apparently.
That's kind of gay.
I know nothing of the sexuality of the Witch Prince. That was not bestowed to me as knowledge.
We could know that.
Frankly,
9.
frankly, my general knew far more of these details than I do. That's essentially where my knowledge of the situation ends. But we had also infiltrated your Monster Hunter organization and have been working with them to...
They're all dead.
Yes. Frankly, I don't know whether that was intended or not.
Probably.
We gave them information which would allow them to make contact with the Witch Prince themselves, and a weapon that could ostensibly be used to kill the gods, but it seems that didn't work.
The skull.
But the skull, I believe, was the body of one of your gods. that was the information that the witch prince handed down to us, that it could then be used as a weapon itself. But the weapon that we intended to kill the gods did not work. We sent our great magical champion, our chosen one, I guess you could say, with this weapon, and the soldier just peeled him apart without even touching him. It was quite horrific.
We can probably just hit him.
It was, if you can touch him, we weren't able to. Once the soldier did appear with a quite a grand army, but we called for a contest of champions. Once that happened, he killed his own army. We were not expecting that. And then he took the helmet off his head. He raised it to the heavens. The cloud formed, and he just disappeared. And we've sort of been here since, trying to figure out if we could return ourselves. So, in short, it sounds as though we want the same things. I'm not sure.
It sounds like he's fucking lost it. We're gonna have to kill him.
Probably.
Pretty sure the last one is in the skull somewhere also. I'm not even sure. There's like a bunch of shit in there.
Yes, I'm
Pretty sure if we keep feeding it demigods, it's going to become sapient and hostile.
I believe our end goal was for your band of whoever chosen ones to kill all of your gods, and I don't know, probably the Witch Prince intends to then kill you afterward. That's just seems reasonable, as I don't believe that we have any plans to interact with you after that, and seems like allowing you to just take the place of your other gods would just lead to the exact same things as before, so probably the Witch Prince is the one you'd want to take that up with, but yes, we intend to just go back home. We have absolutely nothing against your lovely people, your lovely nation itself. We just wanted to kill your gods.
Fair enough.
Cool.
Which it sounds like you also want to do, so we're essentially allies.
Yeah, it's a bit of a hobby of ours.
I mean, I usually just kill people for money,
Yes.
but it's become very apparent that the entire world is going to keep ending until these pricks are gone.
Yes. So
Yeah.
you should kill them.
And then I'd be out of fish and audience for my recipe book. So
That also.
yeah.
I can justify stabbing a guy for money. I can't really justify everyone dying for no reason.
That makes you a rare man, I suppose.
I mean, I can also just stab gods, apparently.
Yes. I wish I could.
I've
That would
done
have
it
made
like
our
3
life so much
times.
easier.
I killed people in the dream world where there's apparently dream gods or some crap.
Yes, I'm afraid I know nothing about that. I know the gopher is supposed to be one of them, but I know nothing more of it.
We just keep going there.
Most people do when they fall asleep, I believe.
No, like, going there.
I'm afraid I don't understand the distinction there, but again, I'm only a mere captain, ready to take my people back home. Since your brave friend gave his life to free us
Oh,
from...
don't worry, I'll be back. He's never died before, so I don't know why we start now. And
I
last
see.
time somebody in this group died, I got like a divine revelation about it and a whole quest and stuff, and I didn't get that, so I think we're fine.
I see. That
Yeah.
would make sense.
He turned into a horse after another horse drank him.
Yeah, that is what went down.
I really thought you said
Yeah, that's good.
He just wants the gods to wreck so he can have them call him to tow him back. That's perfect. It's like Mr. Plow's final evolution. So what are our battle plans now that I have proven to you I truly do not know where the soldier is?
Well, that's
Well,
unfortunate.
We fix that, we find where the soldier is, and then we stab him. I think
Yeah.
that's a two-phase plan.
You're like not even involved. It's probably for the best.
Yes.
Unless you have any other intel or scouts we could use or something like that.
I
Magic we
mean,
could use to
you're
combine
you're
things.
welcome to my scouts. I don't know that we have much we have the magical ring that we've set up that protects us against the lightning, so long as we stay inside it.
I mean, you've been trapped here the whole time. The soldier could be like 50 feet that way.
It could. We do have scouts in the ring who look out, so I don't think he's 50 feet away, but we do have a little thing that will magnify your voice. It's not magic, it's just technology. But you talk into it and it makes your voice really loud.
Yeah, I see that.
He responded immediately. He snaps his fingers and somebody lugs out this little like mess of brass tubing with a little funnel on it. He says, just don't point at anybody's face. Their face might, blow off if they're too close.
Alright, I'm gonna head outside with this thing.
He responded quite readily to our offer of a contest of champions before, so especially considering he surely knows who you all are.
Yeah, what part do I talk into?
The little cone there.
Okay. Hey, soldier, you're a bitch.
Where are you pointing the other end?
Just outside.
A tree like snaps in half 100 feet away, and the other trees like waft, and their needles are like partially blown away. The thing gets really, really, really hot in your hand.
Does it sound louder to any of us behind it?
It does not.
Does it wake Solera?
Nah, did that work?
Solera, you wake up immediately.
As you're blasted by sound wave. Make more deaths.
You're now deaf and have permanent
A rabbit like
tinnitus.
tumbles like a tumbleweed like before your vision is as you open your eyes.
Where the hell am I?
You're on the ground in the clearing with a war camp that way.
Do I see the helmet anyplace?
You do not see the helmet.
You have 1 HP.
Did the cloud clear away?
The cloud did clear away very quickly. There are like bits of Pegasus scattered around you. They are well roasted.
Delicious.
All right, because we didn't bind
Yes.
the celestial. We brought it physically.
You did, yes.
Oops.
Poor guy.
I guess we'll start walking back to
Do I
Okay.
see him?
the camp.
You do see him when he gets up.
Drinking from the
Do I see
tankard as
bits
he goes.
of roasted Pegasus?
What's that?
Do I see bits of roasted Pegasus?
You do, yes.
I pick some up. I want
Okay.
to taste it.
So Ashit meets you like halfway and then moves past you to go start
Holding a Pegasus
like
drumstick.
picking up. Pegasus is like harvesting apples.
I may never get another chance for this ingredient.
Yeah, he can have some.
This
Yeah.
has to go in the recipe book.
I thought you only used
You
fish,
may
but
you may both harvest some roast
It's like
Pegasus.
adding bacon to something.
Pegasus, Pegasi are just the fish of the air, so. Should we- Plus, I can't pass an opportunity like this.
They're the horse of the air, you piece of...
No, I'm pretty sure that horses are the fish of land already, so
That makes
they would
sense.
also be the fish
I'm
of the
going to
sky.
sue.
Just as mer people ride the fishes through the
come full
seas.
circle.
Solera's going to go find
what's it taste
Nine.
like?
and apologize to Nine because he found
Okay.
the helmet that would have matched his skull, but he didn't know what happened to it after he shot it.
Pegasi
There was
are
a
the
big
dolphins.
explosion, and then he woke up on the ground, and he's not sure where it went.
The Solaire is like dragging a gun behind him and is a little bit scorched, just a tiny bit. 'Cause
Every
he-
time he takes a step, his entire skeleton...
and he, I mean, Nine's like right there, so you see each other. Ashit, you gotta roll for this.
I have so many dice.
I also have hand dice that you gaveth me.
Well, that was a
Nice.
90-degree turn. It took
40? 60? Is that a 60?
Is that an 09?
No, I can't tell.
That's either a 60 or an 09.
That's a
I don't
60.
think they
You roll a
09.
60 on a d60? Or
Yeah.
does that do 100?
Wow.
That's a 60.
That's a 60.
Yeah.
What-
This is 100. It looks completely different.
And you got a
Yeah.
1. What fucking... ley line are we sitting
I
on
didn't
right
get
now?
that from the maiden
Embarrassing in a
trying to place.
cosmic way and all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it tastes like gravy.
Nice. What kind of gravy?
Like-
Horse gravy?
No.
Like every gravy you've ever
There's only one
sampled,
gravy.
like it's velvety, it's salty, it's savory. It's like they shoved every vegetable known to man inside this creature
Yes, it is.
Acid.
Casino gravy.
as a diet.
That's a weird way to put that. But it makes sense somehow.
It's what she
It's
would
like
have
you're
thought of.
eating an entire feast in one tender bite.
Does it give you
And
any?
for a moment, you become
Blueberry.
That's how I was thinking.
horribly depressed as you realize that there will be a time in your life where you will taste this meat for the last time.
I will collect all of it if it takes me all day.
You can collect all of it.
The entire Pegasus worth of roasted
We
meat.
can always
I mean,
summon another
it's scattered
place.
pretty far and wide,
Good.
and also Pimrin is
Did it
also
like
harvesting
dry
it.
out as it was? Like, is it kind of?
It's pretty moist.
Oh, okay.
It's
well, we need
very
to find
succulent.
a way to preserve this. Does Pegasus meat go bad, or is it magical enough to not
I mean,
go bad?
you'll have to figure that out as time passes, I
I'm gonna
guess.
figure that out.
There's also like a pleasant tinkling sound that just kind of emanates from it that'll
Am I
help you to
wetting
find
myself? Oh.
it. The other kind of tinkling.
Okay.
Cameron has infinite salt if we need to preserve something.
Nice.
I'm going to lightly adjust the direction of the loudener and go, the soldier's a bitch.
A bird like flies out of the tree in a delicate parabola as you blow it out of its nest. You shotgun a bird and its
Surrounded by
eggs.
soldiers, which one is he looking for?
The godlike one, the saintly one.
He goes by the soldier because he's a prick.
Well, yeah, but
You go by the soldier because you're a prick.
There's a delicate peeling sound as the air just kind of peels away, like 5 feet away, and a dude steps out of it. Looks like an elf, looks like a pretty young elf. He's wearing a whole bunch of very fancy pieces of armor that are very mismatched. And he looks very depressed as he looks at you and he says, "Yep. What are you gonna do about it?"
Stab you.
Yeah.
go for the head. His helmet's gone.
Would you
Yes,
prefer
he doesn't have a helmet, that is true.
Would you prefer like a one-on-one situation or like?
I was thinking maybe my friends versus you and your friends.
Nad's gonna stab you. I'm gonna rush him.
Okay. Please roll for initiative.
Oh, I hate to interrupt, but how many pounds of Pegasus meat? I just need to add
Shut
it to
the
my... I need to add it.
You're able to find about 80 pounds.
It's
I'll just
amazing.
say that I helped. Oshin
Yes.
Every time I add an item, I have to do custom item because oddly none of it's ever in the thing. And I don't know why.
God lightning seared Pegasus meat. Solaire has 1 HP.
Yeah.
Yeah, Solaire's gonna stand out of this one.
I was thinking if I see 9 rushing, then I was just gonna try and tap Slayer with a cure spell, so I also roll initiative.
Okay.
You're like,
Why can't you change the rule?
Oh god, wait! Look to this first.
Why are we fighting this one? Or is it just 9 being 9?
It's our hobby is killing gods, you know. We gotta.
It's already dead.
he ate his whole army. He's going crazy.
So, when you start moving, he immediately draws his sword and a like sphere of bright, glorious light spills around him from the sword that radiates about 10 feet
Flop
around
around on
him.
the ground again for this whole fact.
Yet to be seen.
Oh, okay.
His weapon is a rapier. He is wearing smoldering red chainmail and a very snazzy looking cloak. He has a plain unadorned shield on his left hand. What was your initiative?
20.
Alright.
I got a 22.
That may as well roll.
And listen, unless he beat that 20, he didn't draw his sword before I hit him.
21.
That's fair. Well, he didn't get that. He got a 10. You got a 24, was that right?
21.
Oh, 21. Okay.
Did you roll initiative there, Asha?
I was busy picking up meat. Am I supposed to?
You were fighting God.
Oh. I didn't notice I was fighting anything. I was busy picking up meat. 9.
Okay.
That's why you're going last, because it took you a moment to realize 9 was starting trouble yet again.
You finally see that the god attacks first at Mr. Count 10, and 9.
I didn't pick this fight.
Nobody picked this fight. Except 9.
I'm an innocent bystander.
9 who loves fight.
He used to go down. I also wasn't sure that would work. It didn't work the first 2 times. He responds to prick, not bitch.
It's a very particular set of words. That
You
you're supposed to-
insulted his name at that point, too. Call yourself a soldier because you're a prick.
I'm a murderer for hire. It's a way better title.
Who the hell have you killed?
A lot of people, especially before meeting you.
Oh, okay, I was going to say. Your body count since you've met us is a little late.
The cult really turned him around, you see.
Yeah.
The cult was the one paying me to kill people, and then you people showed up and the cult went bye-bye, so there was no one paying me to kill people.
I suppose it all makes sense there.
Yeah, fair enough. Hey, get away from my beer.
Alright, so when you go within melee range of him, he does not draw his rapier, but he does just try to punch you in the face. Sick.
What is that, a legendary action?
It's actually not.
Does he just get a reaction?
Reaction and approach, probably.
He does have a reaction, yes.
It's important that I metagame whether or not he can do anything else until his next turn.
Yes. Sorry for the delay. I'm not going to be able to do that, am I?
Are you guesstimating dog stats?
No. Does a 25 hit?
Yeah.
Okay, he just does a flat 10 radiant damage to you. Now, you can try to hit him.
Is the storm cloud still up there?
It is not still up there.
Bummer.
Sorry.
Well, I will just slap him a lot
Okay.
with a sword. Because that's what I do.
Didn't I roll higher? Not that it matters.
You
too
did,
much.
sorry.
Yeah, they go
It is
first.
Pimran's turn first.
I just tap Sleer with a. I'm gonna just to give him some sort of a buffer to work with here. A 3rd level cure wounds, which I pre-rolled for 21.
Alright, Solir, you feel instantly much better.
Well, thank you.
Faster.
Alright, it is Solir's turn. You are all in fairly close proximity to one another.
And he's got his fancy cloak on.
Mm.
I guess since 9's got this under control, Solair's going to take this moment to go ahead and use his shift weave and shift into his fancy clothes. So
Nice. It is extremely important to approach a fight with
I
style.
feel underdressed.
and draw both rapiers.
9. It is your turn.
Oh, how fancy.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna use violence.
You can't like
That is fair.
get them to shift colors or something.
What does
All
shift
the
come
things that are growing
20.
on you.
That does not
Like a
hit.
chameleon.
Less.
That does not hit.
This fucker's cheating.
Now I'm gonna actually have to fight this thing. I gave him a chance.
Yeah.
Your blade crashes against his armor, which seems to like give as though it's like really soft, and then it just like the links of his chainmail just kind of pop back into place.
Chainmail only gives you 16 AC, you cheating bitch.
It's also like glowing red hot, and he doesn't seem to care about that fact.
He's just wearing the armor for aesthetics and it's a natural.
Yes.
I see.
The hint there was don't waste your heat metal spell.
Do you do anything else, 9?
use my bonus to use Shield of Faith.
Okay. Cute, he says. What does it look like when you use Shield of Faith?
A regular Holy Shield of Faith, but angry.
What does Shield of Faith look like when you use it?
Probably
Well, it's
just
got a
a
happy
shielding
face on it.
aura.
It's a
Okay.
tail.
Nice aura. Mine's bigger.
Ooh.
Actually, I don't know. How big is your Shield of Faith?
I mean, I have several other auras, so much like my namesake, it's more about quantity than size.
That's fair. He draws his rapier and he says, "My turn." And he is going to try to bonk you with the rapier, which maybe isn't the most efficient use of a rapier, but I would say, are you going to argue with him? But I think you are very much going to argue with him.
I'm made an argument.
13 does not hit.
No.
Natural 1 does not hit. This is going to be another one of those fights, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm so boring.
He's dead.
He impales himself on his rapier, as is tradition. Does a 24 hit?
Not if I use Shield.
Do you use shield?
I have an amulet of spell storing from back when the other guy was alive.
Yes.
So I parry his first 2 attacks, and then I use a completely other new aura to deflect that one.
It's about quantity, not size.
Why didn't you use all that effort to hit me? It is Ashit's turn.
I take my armload of meat. Tom, look, is there a conveniently shaped tree nearby?
There he is.
Okay, set it down. Conjure 8 cows into the battlefield.
Okay, so you're gonna conjure animals.
There we go. Oh, please make it the giant owls.
Can they all band together and lift up in there?
One of my players in a recent session was in a tiny, 15-foot by 15-foot basement, and they did conjure animals and got a bunch of giant bats, which were all actually large creatures, and they just flooded up the stairs.
Nice.
So you're doing 8 beasts of challenge rating 1/4 or lower.
Yes,
okay.
They do.
These things get in my way. I'm going to be a little irritated.
You will see the wisdom.
Menu C. Would you like to do the honors and roll?
Yes, what can I roll?
D20, please.
Oh. 15.
Swarm of rats. A swarm of rats.
Actually, it can't do swarms.
They can't do swarms, that's true.
Why did this chart lie to me? Can you please roll again?
But what if...
There's so many swarms on this chart.
12.
Shocker lizards.
What is that?
I don't think that's a thing.
No, this is somebody's
No, that's
homebrew
some
chart.
bullshit. Hang on.
Lizard stats with static electricity range attacks.
Can we just get a big
Well,
roulette wheel?
I'm sure got this.
If you have your chart that you used before to generate the cows, please do.
So,
It's all
I'm
cows.
pretty sure.
Imagine if they'd been seahorses. Seahorses and riding horses are both challenge rating 1. What is this?
I think
Order.
the spell says something appropriate to the terrain, at least.
I don't think
Gotcha.
it does, but I think
Well,
we said that it
seahorses would be
does.
epic.
So I'm not convinced that I can't just go
They're the
to
horses of the sea.
the spell on 5e tools and click that range of beast and have it work. Because it's a good site and people should use it and use it.
I do love how I go to this conjure animals table that somebody made 4 years ago on Reddit, and 2 people are also viewing the same document at the same time that I am.
I'm gonna make a big spinny wheel.
There you go.
We need
fully illustrated.
yeah, we need the physical presence and
That's what the dice are for.
it's so much better.
They're giant bats.
Awesome.
Did you just decide that because he said giant bats?
No, that's what I rolled.
That was a good option. You gotta fly.
How do you choose that with a D6?
What's that?
It was a 6.
This is a new table. I rolled a d20. I rolled a 13.
It's a shame my phone looks slow.
Giant bats, they're large, they're unaligned. Armor class 13. Echolocation. Keen hearing. Bite. Om nom nom. There's 8 of them.
Can they? I want them to pick him up and lift him and drop him.
I don't think gravity is going to cause much damage here.
Damn.
What
Well, I
with
want
it
them to
being a
swarm
god?
him.
Or they're going to swarm him.
Nibble at him.
They do swarm him. They swarm him from every side, and they are going to
Well,
try to
from
pick
8
him up.
sides.
There's
That's as many sides as there are.
But if they're large creatures, how do they fit in our
Up.
pattern?
Yeah.
Ah, fair.
so like like 9 is still in melee range with him, so like that's taking up a decent amount of space.
They can go like.
So like
11.
4 of them are gonna be able to get within range of him.
That's fine. The other 4 can wait.
They're gonna. You want them to try to pick him up or just to attack him?
Just attack.
Okay.
Just bite at him. Beat him with the
Okay.
chisel.
1 is not gonna hit. 4 is not gonna. None of them hit.
Oh my god, you guys.
Yeah.
Well, I want-
Unfortunately, it's
high
gonna be
enough-
fairly difficult for CR 1/4 creature. CR 14 hits. CR 1/4 creatures to
It's
hit
not
him.
about damage, it's about.
Sending a message. It is possible if they.
It's
Natural
about
20.
action
Yes.
economy. They need to just.
They will hit on a natural 20. They may hit on other values, but a natural 20 will definitely hit.
They fucking won't, because I got over a 20 and didn't hit him, and I'm pretty sure.
Did you
their
roll a
attack
natural 20?
bonus- No.
Well, a natural 20 will auto hit, regardless.
5%.
Yes. So that was your turn?
Yes.
Okay. He's going to just kind of look around at the bats and take his second action of the round. Second turn of the round, I should say. And he is going to try to murderify Mr. 9 again. My gosh. Does an 18 hit?
Nope.
Does a 19 hit?
Nope.
Does a 20 hit?
Nope.
He passes his turn. Bimrin's turn.
Alright. So there's bats flying around him.
You see just a big old swarm of bats with like some other bats just like hanging out in the background, like
The
cheering them on, I guess. The bat round, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna try something a little weird here.
I think all the bats could try to hit him because they can do at least 4 here and at least a 4 here because they're bats.
I mean, they're large, they're large.
I mean, can they just kind of take turns, like line up and.
Could they conga line him?
Yeah, like the first 4
Yeah.
bite at him, and then they fly up out of the way.
Rules
The
is
second
written,
4
yeah.
Fly in and bite at
As
him.
dumb as it is, yeah.
It'd be dumb if they were regular bats. They're face spirits being
That's true.
animals.
It is Pimrin's turn though.
I'm gonna try something a little weird here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast Charm Person on Oshit.
Okay.
Aw,
So, wisdom saving throw.
didn't know you felt that way. That's so sweet.
Just please roll high.
Wouldn't it be easier if you just minor illusioned as a gnome?
Yeah, something like that. That's true.
13.
The 13 total?
Yeah.
Okay, so you are charmed. That did not work. I was banking on your high wisdom save.
Sorry.
That's okay. Cool. I bonus action go invisible. Asha now just feels charmed by something. So
That's neat. Sasha, this is a good day. Maybe Asha thinks it's the effects of the,
I feel about bats in a whole new way.
yes.
So there, it's your turn. You see 2 people just kind of stabbing ineffectually at each other while bats also are there.
Well, so there's going to apologize to this person for being so tired and not being able to give his full effort since he wasted his time killing his helmet, and walk up to him and whack him.
Right. Where are you going to walk up to him? Because there's like no room where you can squeeze in unless somebody makes room for you.
They're down at ground level, the bats.
They are,
If
yes.
the guy is.
They're
Yes.
kind of like hovering above the ground. Like if you try to get in, you are likely going to get slapped in the face by a batwing.
Well, they're
Or
allied
by 9.
creatures, so they can just shift out
You
of the
can
way.
just say, excuse
You
me.
can shift out of the way if you ask politely, but
The only issue is when you back away again, except you're a rogue, so you're cheating.
So as long as you don't end your turn in their space, you can occupy their space temporarily.
Wonderful. Well, then we will go forth
You pop in.
and go whack. No, 13's not going to get
That will
the
not
job
hit.
done. 27.
That will hit.
Oh, goody. Let's see, so that's just a D8. That's an 8.
All right.
I assume I get to roll a bunch of 6-sided dice. That's 12, 14, and 16, so it's 24 altogether.
Nice.
And then I will get out of the cloud of bats.
So you just kind of. Actually, 1 second.
Okay.
Was that a non-magical weapon?
Of course. I
Then
don't
you
own anything magic.
Do not do any damage to him.
Ah, another one of these things. Well, then fine. We will end up putting away the rapiers. And
Your rapier
taking the
goes.
gun back up.
Your rapier goes all the way through him. You pull it out,
Huh.
and the wound just kind of closes back up, and then the armor closes up back around it.
He has
And
no
you
problem.
you make the connection in your mind to the thing that you just shot with a gun.
He
So
clearly has no honor.
Yeah.
clearly none.
He's cheap.
You say to the invisible halfling.
There's something.
Somewhere, yeah.
You haven't had time to get too far.
Are you pulling out back out of range?
Yes.
Okay. You trade places with the bed again. 9, your turn.
I mostly just have murder. I've erased this health value so many times the paper has thinned enough to look through it.
That's why
Huh.
the smart children use their phones. That doesn't wear out.
So what are you gonna do, 9?
Yes.
Bonk?
Miss. That's the same number.
Now you suck. 0 for 4.
We're just having one of those action movie fights where you're constantly parrying each other.
Yes.
But like, as a game mechanic, both people are just sitting there like, I miss again. Well, I miss again too. I miss again.
Is it 7th C has an escalation die where everybody gets +1 to all their rolls for every additional turn that passes in combat?
Why don't we do that? That's amazing.
I don't know. It sounds fun, and then sounds like it gets very silly. Like, this particularly isn't a problem we've generally had. I think that was designed to be a problem because Pathfinder existed. And like 75% of your rolls to hit in Pathfinder for either side just don't land.
Yeah, this is two melee armor dudes.
Except it was about 65%.
Yeah.
Quick question.
Yes.
While I was sitting eating pigeon meat, was it long enough for a short rest?
No.
No, it wasn't.
Do I get any bonus HP from the
1d4.
Nice.
Everybody make pigeon meat
You
can have
would
1d4.
have had to have gotten a short rest because I was asleep for an hour.
You were not asleep for an hour. You were woken up early
I
by.
That's true.
woken up
Well,
early
you-
by McNoisy over there.
So did you make all your attacks, 9?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I'm gonna try shield bashing him though.
Okay.
Let's less.
Unfortunate. He's gonna turn into swords. He's just gonna do that real quick, and the swords are just gonna kind of blow out in every direction. So everybody who is within 10 feet of him needs to make a dexterity saving throw. I need to do that for the 4.
Am I still within
beasts.
10 feet of it?
You can tell me.
Is he obscured by bat? Because the bats are kind of.
The bats are certainly gonna have to do it also.
Well, yeah, but like,
He is. I mean,
did the bat shield Solaire from?
Well, I would
we'll see whether the bats are still alive, and we'll see
I
whether
have
the
to
bats.
be further than 10 feet if they're large, though, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
Yes, that is true. So you'll be fine.
That would be just the other side of the bat.
1 second. Giant bats have +3 dexterity. And the saving value would be
Although if it's like every other situation, I would just end up with like a 28 or some damn thing anyway.
Well, one of them passes, and the others just die. Nyan, can you please make me the dex save?
20.
Alright, you pass. You just kind of raise your arm, and the sword goes underneath your arm. And then he reforms like 10 feet away.
I'm really good at not dying.
Yes, I can see that. Maybe you'll be the ones to finally do it.
If you want to die, have you tried just stabbing yourself?
It's not so much that I want to die as I want somebody to kill me. Those are two very different things.
Then stop turning into sword.
I'm not saying Cameron, so Lair just has nobody to make his snarky comments.
I have a bit of a responsibility. You can't just abandon those sorts of things.
You ate your entire army, you fucking lunatic.
Yes. Sometimes responsibilities are not pleasant things.
You can abandon your responsibilities. I've done it.
Ashe says with pigeon grease dripping down her chin, holding an armful of...
I'm behind
Me-
a tree. I'm very
Oh yes,
safe.
you do have it behind the tree.
Trees are famously very lightning resistant.
He is going to just stand there, and it's Ashet's turn. Ashet, you are charmed, so you feel pretty good.
I'm good. I gotta concentrate on the bats. So.
Okay. Do you order them during the turn?
No, I just want them to, the four of them that
Yep.
are surrounding him attack him, and then I guess the one that's left
Okay.
coming after.
So yeah, there's 3 more are gonna run in. Why did I put those d20s away?
Can I blow them kisses for motivation?
You won't give them inspiration, but you can take the help action to blow kisses to one of them to give it advantage.
Okay,
Have
can't believe I just said that,
Something
but-
useful.
this is useful.
It's
It has
He
saved
does
so
not
many
hit.
The person who has missed badly all 4 times.
Well, that was 2
It's
ones,
badly.
Wow.
and that one does not hit.
Bats might each other instead.
The swarm of bats does nothing.
Aw.
He is then going to draw his sword again, Mr. Soldier, and he's going to point it at an iron and say, "Let's try hitting you this time." And he's going to just rush in and frickin' send it. Oh, 1 second. It's really hard to scroll with 2 fingers with all these band-aids on. I love how the D&D Beyond information sheet box that popped up went all the way down to the bottom of the page just by having 1 line of text at the very top. That's just really cool.
Sounds about right.
Okay.
So I did the math.
Yes.
If you use conjure animals again, you can roll a D32.
Well, but you could use that D30 and just forget the last.
If you roll a
2.
30, roll a D2.
No.
You
We can
flip a coin.
we can pare it down slightly by getting rid of the space hamster and the space one.
Why would you get rid of the space hamster? That's the best one.
Cute hamsters in little helmets. From sailing in.
Okay.
And you know that's what you'd roll. Because this campaign.
Well, that doesn't hit.
Space hamster.
It'd be nice if I could roll above it. 10. Does a 22 hit?
Exactly.
All right.
You need
Goodness.
to be like Aquaman and summon the fish out of the water.
Yes.
But only if those rings.
Well, I could cast it
radiate away
7 more
from you.
times, so.
Right.
He deals a whopping 10 magical piercing damage to you.
Well, let's
Woo,
see.
all that for
Fearsome
that.
foe.
I'm going to counter with hellish rebuke
Nice.
because I got things I can do. I just need to remember what the roll for
First
that.
time he stayed in a fight long enough for him to use hellish rebuke.
I feel like that's a save on his part. That could be
It's the first time I've been hit.
What kind of damage does that do?
I think it's fire.
Okay.
You usually run away.
I won't stand for this bullshit.
I don't think it's an attack roll. I think it's a save.
I think it is.
At least this time you're standing and not flopping around on the ground.
He makes a dex save.
Okay. His rapier glows really brightly as you hellishly rebuke him, and his aura glows even more brightlier. Wow. It's a 2 and an 8. That's a 13. I assume that fails.
It fails. He takes 8 fire damage, and I need to figure out if my hate aura adds to that.
He takes no fire damage.
I thought your hate aura was with the blacksmith.
No, that's a different one.
Oh, okay. And how many evil auras
His-
do you have?
His
Several.
chainmail glows brightly as the flames sink into it.
Probably just healed him.
Well, he hasn't been hurt yet, so I'm not worried about it. He's got no fucking magic weapons.
Does your hate aura add like other typed damage to that?
If it adds anything, I think it adds necrotic.
Gotcha.
I have to go reread it because I think it might only
Okay.
be.
If you read that, we can calculate that afterward. This is going to be the last round that we do. It is Osh. Did we already do Osh's turn this round?
The second round?
We are in round 2.
Yeah.
Yes.
They use their action to encourage the remaining bat.
Yes, this is the soldier's second turn, which is at the end of the round. So we're going to end there.
All right.
Thank you guys for your patience today.
It's a bonus to melee weapon damage, so I don't do anything.
Gotcha.
Fair.
What a bummer.
Thank you for running, Taylor.
You're welcome.
I am slowly losing this fight. But it would
It's
take,
gonna take 37 more rounds, but you're slowly losing.
and then I'll be low enough to heal myself.
Trying some shenanigans to see if I can make him afraid of me.
Oh!
But I don't even know if I can be afraid of